I will start early. You know what song I'm talking about, though, right?
No.
Oh, it comes on like the beginning of every sports.
Welcome.
Oh my! You always. I don't know we recorded them.
Welcome back, y'all. You know what it is. Welcome back to the Just Advice Podcast. I'm your host, Alan A.B. It's your other host, Jay Obama, the incomparable, the amazing. You might say something that might offend someone today. We don't know.
We never know.
We never know.
We'll never know.
The world will never know. But yeah.
How's everybody doing today?
Shoot, I tell you one thing. We got a slobber knocker for y'all tonight. It's getting crazy out here. I can't pod fast enough for these niggas.
I mean, they're basically turning the rap industry into wrestling. That's basically what they're doing.
Man,
it's all semantics, as you hate to call it.
We're definitely in hip hop's attitude era.
This is definitely
it's definitely here.
Toothless aggression at its best.
Man, I thought that the best matches we saw this week were gonna be from WrestleMania. Wrong? No.
Far from that.
Where do we start here? Should we go chronologically? Should we jump right in? What you want to do?
I mean, we could go. I feel like we should go right into the elephant in the room.
Oh shit! Okay, we're gonna jump right into the meat and potatoes then. Drake has responded.
Yes, he did.
yes.
Wrap it up. At least he finally responded.
We have real rap beef, y'all. Oh, I love it.
Is that what you want to call this?
I mean, it's rap feuding. It's a rap battle. Look. All I know is that J. Cole came in. I mean, look, I want to compare. I mean, look, since we're on fighting references, right? This is the best way I could describe this. J. Cole went out like Apollo Creed, right? And we just thought that, K-Dot was going to come in here with all the new technology and all the, strength training he's been doing. We thought he was going to come in here and crush the competition, and then Drake came right back in here like Rocky. This nigga did not want to go out. He's not going out like that. Like, I mean, he had to redeem his good friend Apollo. I don't know if there's going to be a Creed. Maybe one of J. Cole's minions might step up, and who knows? I did see Ari Lennox going at Joe Budden, so who knows? That might be Creed 2. Yeah. One of his minions stepped up. So, I mean, I don't know if they're in the battle much, but it's a lot to unpack here. I don't want to get lost on this. What's up, man?
Yeah, I mean, and also, don't forget.
Drop and Give Me 50.
Yeah, no, this Drop and Give Me 50 was that. I mean, it was what I expected from a Drake diss as far as how it attacked the situation. However, it's not an official diss because he didn't put it out. It's not something that he put out himself. Now, this is leaked. This is the new era of, like you say, semantics. Like, you have a song that's good enough to crush your opponent, yet and still you play with it. Now it's like you're manipulating the system. You're putting out music and you're messing with the fans. You're not getting any money from this. So, like, you even have an extra play to say if that wasn't the real song.
Is it plausible deniability? Is that
plausible deniability. You can come out and say that wasn't the real song. This is the real song. And crush it. I never put nothing out. I never officially released anything. Yeah. So you can come and play that role.
Yeah. Look. Maybe he's just playing with his prey. I mean, look. Normally before a snake eats its dinner, have a little fun with it. I don't know. I definitely got to see where this is going. I feel like the Dropping Him 50 song, if this is what we think it is, I mean, I'm going to just assume this is his response. And if it is that, I gotta say it's a really good one. I'm not mad at it. I feel like we wanted us to stick to the bars. We didn't want semantics. We didn't want the internet games. We wanted to hear bars. And if we're thinking about bars, we got them. I'm not mad at it. I think you gotta be honest with ourselves now. Like, are we gonna tell ourselves that Drake wasn't spitting? Are we gonna tell ourselves that Drake, even if he had writers? I don't want to think about it, because I know that's gonna be a rebuttal for a lot of people. Oh,
it's gonna be my rebuttal after these messages.
Look, I think that this was a strong response. If you wanted to hear someone go back and forth lyrically, we can definitely say that even in even in even in official rap battle arenas like Smack, these guys come with pre-written bars, and who's to say who's in the room when they're writing them, right? We don't really question these things. We just like to see the performance, and at this point, the boy's performing.
I mean, I know what goes on at some of these Smack battles and some of these battlers, and
like the whole crew we know in the verse.
Crew, no, not necessarily. Sometimes these dudes, there's different. Some of them have different, pre-game strategies to prepare for an opponent, depending on what it may be. Now, a lot of times, not every battler uses personals. Mm-hmm. That's a part of someone's style.
Yeah.
Every battler doesn't battle that way. Some battlers actually rely on their bars to get them ahead in the battle. So, with that being said, the atmosphere is really like they'll like to be with maybe one or two other battlers, just so they would say, if I said this to you, what would be your response to me? And if they can't come up with a good enough response, then this bar is good enough to land in a crowd of people. Now, and this is one of the ways that they work on their bars, but when they coming up with stuff, they're battling with other battlers, and just really oh, how does this sound? How does this sound? How does this sound? How does this sound? Bouncing things off of each other.
Yeah.
Some of them don't have other battlers to do that with. Mm-hmm. Some of them have close enough friends who understand battle rap enough to where they could give you a semi-logical response to their answer.
And this is the thing I have a problem with when it comes to the Drake reference of him having writers, right? Like, Drake, let's get it straight now. I know we've heard reference tracks out there for songs. I know that he's had producers send beats over, and it's unfortunate because I feel like he gets a bad rap for a very common thing in the hip hop industry. I don't want to unveil the big lie that everyone's telling you, fans, but let's be honest. A lot of your favorite rappers get reference tracks. Let's put this out there. A lot of your favorite fucking rappers have gotten producers to submit them beats with choruses already attached to it, and sometimes even hooks, even breaks. There's a lot of these songs that come with pre-written content in them because a lot of your writers are artists themselves, so they might have a song to it. So I'm not mad at Drake for doing what every rapper does. Like, a lot of rappers probably don't go as hard with the reference tracks, but I'm not mad at it per se. I think after the Meek battle with him, it got a bad look because of the Quentin Miller situation, and I think that's left a stain on Drake's name. But I don't think it's that serious.
It's not a stain. It's almost written fact. It's like the man has a think tank. How can you can't battle anybody that can walk up to a boardroom table and have information dealt to him and bars and rollout plans to the situation. So you can't beat somebody. You can beat somebody like that, but you have to be at the top of your A game, and you have to already be prepared for someone who's gonna come back at all angles.
At the end of the day, that's part of the game. You gotta come with your A game anyway. So look, if you're that good, it shouldn't matter. Like, at the end of the day, if I know that I'm that shit, I don't care what writers you have at your table. I'm coming prepared. I'm not gonna lie. The best have done it. The best have had people to bounce things off of and completely come up with references and you know, it's not something that I feel is brand new in this industry, at least. I will say the thing that I am looking at as brand new is having a rapper be this hated. I don't think I've ever seen a rapper be attacked by so many rappers in a short span of time like this. This is a really interesting period of time because, like, I mean, we're being oversaturated with some really good hip hop. Don't get it wrong.
Really good music coming out right now.
We're gonna move on to the Metro Boomin album. I mean, part 2 came out. We Still Don't Trust You. Amazing project. Can't front. But wow, we're being blessed with some good music right now. We're spoiled with music right now, hip hop wise.
And then we're not getting great music. You know, because you want to say everybody's getting that. I mean, like that Rick Ross responded as well at the same time. And I want to say, hear me out. Oof. Rick Ross's response, the music wasn't. It was a Rick Ross song, is what I'm used to. If I want to listen to that, and if I want to talk shit to a nigga who's not making money, then I'm gonna play that song. But you're not talking about somebody. You're talking about somebody who has money, and Drake is that. So really and truly, the best part about Ross's diss was when he started talking at the end, when he started calling Drake white boy and all of that. Mm-hmm. Like, I feel like, I hate to say it, like, I feel like some of these rappers would be better off with a podcast than making music. Like, he would have been more of a statement just telling us this. I feel like just telling us all of these things. And he saved it for the record, but just telling us all of these things would have gotten more light, more views, more of a response than putting out the record. And he could have saved all of this energy for someone's album, for his album type, you know what I'm saying? Because it's a good record if you're talking to somebody who's not making any money.
Yeah. Yeah. Nah, Ross, you could have sat this one out, my brother. I'm sorry, we didn't need you to jump in here. I thought it was corny for one because your best records have Drake on it. Let's get that out the way. Your best records have Aubrey on it. You can't come out and play the man who's actually blessed your career. You sound crazy. I mean, I don't know what happened behind the scenes. Let me not say you can't do that. If he did some foul shit, seems like Drake is out here just fucking everybody's girl. I don't know.
But you see,
hide your kids, hide your wives. Drake's coming outside. All right, just let's start there. I don't know what happened behind the scenes, but as an artist, like Ross, you sound crazy, bro. And the second thing is, like, I'm all for rap beef, but I think we need to leave the rap beef to people who know how to cook. K-Dot is doing a fine job by himself. Ross wanted to jump in the kitchen and you're throwing the flavor off. Okay, this wax sauce that you brought in here with you, it tastes horrible. We don't want it. We didn't ask for it. We don't need it. Please take it back and don't please put out any more records. We don't want to hear anymore. We don't want to hear it. It's not good. Look, Ross, I actually like your music. That's the sad thing. I don't even want to insult you like this. Like,
and I like this record, but I don't like it as a diss.
Like Scientology rap, Santorini, Greece. Like, bro, Ross, you can spit, but this is just not it. This is not it. I think this was a bad move. I mean, at the end of the day, this is a coward move. Because at the end of the day, you see all these people coming at Drake and you felt like this is your moment. You could have did this at any time. Why was you doing this when he was dissing Meek? Meek is your man. You should have had Meek's back if you was really feeling that way. Like, that's your artist. You brought that boy out. You should have had his back during that Drake beef. Why are you still making records with Drake after that beef? That's some fake shit right there.
You got to think about it. At that time, he was still playing Peacemaker and trying to keep these relationships
Nah, he was playing
alive.
the media games. He saw Drake's numbers and he didn't want to lose that relationship at the time because Drake was up already. So I don't know about that peacekeeper shit. That was politics. I don't believe that. Because I think Ross look crazy right now.
I tell you one thing, Ross definitely, like I said, he would benefit more from the vocal standpoint than the music. He was like the best part of the song. I'm listening to the song and I'm like, all right, this is a good song. Mm-hmm. So it's rider music. He always make music that you could ride out to. Mm-hmm. But as a diss record, I'm not listening to that to be trying to diss somebody who has their own airline.
Yeah. I do want to make an honorable mention, and we're going to jump back in the conversation. I don't want to go down this rabbit hole too far. Honorable mention, I don't want to interrupt the flow, but I got to send a shout out to Big Sean.
What he do?
That's a poor kid, man. Like, Big Sean, I really feel bad, because, like, when you think about the Control verse, that was his record. And then Kendrick came out and dissed everybody on it and outshined him on it. And then the day that Big Sean drops his new album, he even dropped visuals. That's the same day that We Don't Trust You came out and everyone heard the Kendrick diss. This is the second time that this nigga Big Sean is being outshined by Kendrick on his day. It's supposed to be about him, and Kendrick's out here just. No one even cared about the fact that Big Sean dropped a new project or new music.
I didn't even know.
I feel so bad for him. Like, it's like no matter what he does, Kendrick's out here ruining his best days. Man, shout out to Big Sean. He's still a great artist. He's just like, he used to be in that class of rappers with Kendrick and Drake, and unfortunately, it's just like, he's not even mentioned in here. It's crazy. But back to this. I'm sorry. I just had to say that real quick. Yeah, you know, we also heard other rappers gunning at Drake. We got, if you're not aware, you know, they dropped the second installment of the Future Metro series from We Don't Trust You. We got the second installment, We Still Don't Trust You, which I can't front, aside from this rap beef, is amazing. Future's definitely in his Dirty Sprite bag. This is where he was at DS2. I love the way him and Metro are just gelling on this project. They killing it. Future's in his bag. I fuck with this as a project. Metro is in his bag on this shit. However, I digress. They have some records on there featuring A$AP Rocky, who also had a few bars for Drake. I don't know if you heard that record before. I don't know. Have you heard the record with A$AP? I'm sorry.
No, because it just dropped. So I'm trying to. I don't think I heard I didn't hear A$AP, but I know everybody's talking about Drake. It's all 15, 20.
It's like 20 of them. So there's a record called Show of Hands, basically featuring A$AP Rocky, Metro Boomin. Excuse me. So on the We Still Don't Trust You album, Future and Metro Boomin have a record with A$AP Rocky called Show of Hands. Show of Hands, basically, A$AP is doing a few jabs at Drake, basically, you know, talking about sleeping with his baby moms before his kid was born, and I think that was corny because really, technically, Drake slept with Rihanna before Rihanna had a kid with her, so it was like tit for tat. But I digress. A$AP Rocky, you know, he came out on here dissing Drake, and it's again, I love A$AP Rocky. I'm a huge, I'm a huge advocate of A$AP Mob. I mean, being from New York, I always loved, you know, a lot of the music that A$AP put out with A$AP 12, A$AP Ferg. Like, a lot of those guys are really talented, but I think that A$AP sat this one out. I feel like everyone's jumping on the opportunity, and it's actually making Drake look better. Like,
I feel like, and this is that Me Too movement, you know, hype train that everybody, you know, like this is what the thing to do is, you know, people don't look at it like back in the day. People used to look at it as kicking somebody when they're down, and people don't look at it like that anymore. People looking at it as someone else is going through the same thing I'm going through, so now is the time to speak up about it. And people don't know that it's wrong. It's a right way and it's a wrong way to do things, and you know, I feel like, you know, like I'm conflicted on both angles, and I just have to say that I'm gonna wait until an official drop to give this belt away. But until then, Kendrick Lamar. It's like that. It's like that.
Nah, real shit. That song still goes hard. And
it's like that.
After J. Cole went Pussies out, it made the song sound even harder. It sounds even harder now. Like, I don't even know how. Like, it just sounds better. It's crazy.
I mean, listen, like if Drake would have came out and said, "This is the song, this is my response," he would have, he'd have put up an owl and reference to the track being out. Like it would have been a completely different story. This would have been a completely different cast. But it's semantics. It's the Undertaker's music playing and he's not coming out. It's, you know what I'm saying? The lights just went off and Undertaker is not coming out. It's fucking wrestling, bro. This shit is wrestling. And I'm not, I love the show from far. But having a semi front row seat to this, I'm not entertained by the fakeness. I wanted to see the Undertaker. I wanted to see him. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to see that.
I hear you.
And you didn't give me that, so
I thought it was a good bar. Look, I feel like this, man. At the end of the day, semantics or not, everyone's just talking about the bars. The bars are what's sticking out, and I can't say anything else. But if anything, if what we're judging for is the elements that we have here on Drake's end, he's putting bars out. Rick Ross is out here putting up social media posts about Drake's BBL and his nose job, and it's just like, oh, this is, for lack of better words, this is very, 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 it's sad. You know what I'm saying? It's sad that this is where we at. Rick Ross, you're better than this. It's sad that he couldn't stick to the bars because the bars weren't good enough, so he had to go to putting out posts and social media memes and stuff. It's like, bro, you sound like a girl gossiping about another man's body surgery. Like, who cares? Why are you even talking about another man's body work? Like, why do you care about another man's body? Like, that sounds crazy, bro.
You know what? It's part of that women's aspect. Once you get the women on your side, I feel like you've won part of the battle.
It didn't work.
I mean, like, it was a shot. It was a shot. He tried his best.
I think Drake put a bar in there about Ross being on Ozempic.
Really? What's that? What?
Some type of weight loss shot. I don't know. Some shit.
He said it's a bar about Ozempic?
Yeah, a bar about Ross taking Ozempic.
I know he said, what did he say? Cuffing like you Ricky. Worry about what you got going on. Who's the blank for?
Well, I know he invited his girl to the last show. We saw that. A lot. Well, that's what triggered it. Cause he did invite Ross's girl. I don't know if you saw that.
Yeah,
he invited Ross's girl to the last show. I saw it. Yeah. Aside from that, we also had some other bars from Weekend. Weekend was on We Still Don't Trust You. Again, sounding amazing. But yeah, he was basically on there doing the same thing, like, sending shots at Drake. It was his chance to get his off too. Like,
so is this an entire Drake diss LP? Like, is this always just?
It seems like that. I mean, Metro put a tweet up that he's in his villain era, so apparently they're like treating it like this. It's like the Justice League or like the Legion of Doom. I don't know how to even put this. Like, I don't know what side they're on here, but
Solomon Grundy wore pants too.
Yeah, there's a Chip and Dale reference where they talk about Pluto. Basically, Chip and Dale's used to basically always outsmart Pluto in the cartoon. There's a lot of little jabs that Drake put in the record that I feel like just went over a lot of heads, and it was again, his writers did a great job if he had writers, but either way, Drake did a great job. This is a great response. Put it out officially though, bro. I would say I agree with you.
I feel like Drake is gonna counteract our interview and say, "Ha, I don't use writers anymore. I have AI for that."
Man, big up.
I got AI for that.
Big ups to the AIs then. But Drake did his thing with that. Aside from the bars that were being dropped, there was some responses. Not sure if you saw that. SZA reacted. Basically, Kendrick, well, on the leaked diss record, basically, according to Hip Hop DX, on his leaked diss record aimed at K. Dot for his team last week, Drizzy raps that the SOS superstar deserves a spot in the Big Three more than her former Top Dog Entertainment label mate. Basically, like, Yeah, pipe down. You ain't no big three. SZA got you wiped down. Travis got you wiped down. Savage got you wiped down. Like your label boy, you're in the scope right now. So, clever bars. SZA put out reaction basically talking about like, why am I even being like, basically I have nothing to do with this, and I understand because she's on the really big record of his right now, but she's probably like, please leave me out of this, like, don't put me in this, because she's got a love for Kendrick too. She's been on TDE with him for years. That was messy. Drake definitely pulled her in, but she can't say nothing. It's like you can't support or.
That's like Drake always.
Yeah,
Drake,
it's very
that's
messy.
part of his play. He does that with. He did that with. He started back to back with that. Bringing A.R. into the Philly thing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that was already
very
like
messy.
That's like. Oh, man,
Very
you don't do
messy.
that. Like you're like real. This is like real shit going on.
Very messy.
But not saying that like this is the same. This is at the same magnitude, but. But it's in the same, along the same.
No, you're right. Like, it's just the same way as him bringing, like, he brought K-Dot's wife into it. He mentioned Whitney twice. Whitney is mentioned twice, and as you know, I don't know if you know, Kendrick's wife's name is Whitney. It's the same thing that he was doing with Pusha T's wife when he was dropping, this record against
But you
Pusha.
see what that got him? That got him smoked like a pack of Newport 100s. On a hot summer day.
It will. Nah, you talking about niggas' wives now. You can't be mad at what you get because like you touching a very touchy subject. So you can't get mad at what happens after this because you went there. So now, end of the day, it's all gloves off, and I love that. Let's get ugly, y'all. Do it. Go there because at the end of the day, what we waiting for? What y'all been waiting for? Y'all niggas is all coming out now talking about y'all mad. Y'all could have been put that shit out there. So now that we hear it, nigga, let's go. Go all the way now. Because there's no turning back. It's already out there. Now it's time to go.
I feel like
I love that.
And that's why I brought this belt to this show. I just let you know that Kendrick still got it, man. Kendrick still got it. In the aspect of how he laid out his rollout, and the way he attacked, not backing down from the situation, that 100% shows the validity of it, as opposed to somebody leaking something to see if people like it. And that's man. I don't know.
It's not his record to leak. It was Future and Metro's. But I will say this.
No. I'm talking about Drake.
No, I know you were saying that Kendrick's rollout, you liked it. I said it wasn't his rollout to begin with.
No. But I'm saying like when I say the rollout, I mean how Kendrick approached the situation and didn't back down from it. Like he named names, he said what he said, or like it wasn't like he didn't backtrack on anything. Yeah. Like that's all I meant when I didn't mean like it being his project.
Drake named names too.
No. I know, yes. But he didn't name he didn't drop the project. He didn't say, "Yo, this is the project." He didn't name the project.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, I get what you're saying, and I agree with that. Like, look,
if we're being technical,
if it's not officially released, then it's an asterisk next to it. So you got to do it. You have to release it.
Then it's allegedly. Allegedly, this is a good track. Allegedly, this is a good track.
Allegedly is correct.
Can we if this was a real thing, it'd be easy. Like I said, it'd be a different task. Even when I first listened to it, I was taken back. But then I'm thinking about it, and I'm looking at his page, and I'm looking at the online, and I'm like, I don't see where this came from. So I'm trying to figure it out. If I can't get it, then.
A few moments later.
I had this earlier, by the way. That's the Call the cops when you see K-Dot. You heard that? That leak record?
No.
Yo, Kendrick, apparently there's a leak record out there. Kendrick got another diss for Drake and J. Cole. Not sure if it leaked. I don't know if it leaked out yet. If it's out there, it's out there. But basically saying you got niggas leaking disses from ghost pages. He said, one rap nigga dead, laid on the floor, and I didn't have to throw bullets for him to go. Now that we got it out the way, we got one more to go. This nigga Kendrick is not waiting at all. I love this.
He's gonna go first.
Love this.
What did you say? He's gonna go first. He's gonna name names.
Kendrick has already answered Drake.
He's not afraid to go first.
Kendrick has already answered Drake, y'all. He's already got a response. This nigga did not wait even a week. He's already got a response. Call the cops when you see K. Dot.
I'm not calling the cops.
Man.
I'm not calling the police, man. I'm calling the National Guard. Because he is out here smoking cats. I didn't even hear it. I'm glad I finally got my... I'm going to listen to it.
Yo, you got to hear it.
I got to listen.
Out here. This man's out here like a damn tyrant. Kendrick... Man, Kendrick is... I think he got so... This woke him up. Kendrick is ready. He's been ready to go for a while. He's been sitting too quiet. And I think this is just... He's ready to go. At the end of the day, I also think this is a great album promo. I think Kendrick got an album coming out, and this is his way of promoting it. Like, one thing I noticed about Kendrick, the last time he did this on Control, it was on Big Sean's album. And it was perfect timing because he was getting ready to drop The Heart and Damn and all that other stuff. It was like, Control came out at a time where Kendrick was getting ready to put out his next project, right? I think it was it To Pimp a Butterfly? I forgot the name of the project that was coming out after Control. But either way, it was the perfect setup because if you were to answer him now, the response was probably going to be on his album. And I don't even think he's at the point where he cares. Like, I know right now Kendrick has a situation where he doesn't have to really answer to anybody. That's why I was a little confused about Drake's response, which was drop and give him 50, because he's not really signed to Top Dog anymore. I know Kendrick is no longer on Top Dog Entertainment. This is public information, so I don't think anyone needs to know, ask too many questions about this. But Kendrick's not even signed to TDE anymore. I'm not sure about I don't know about the inner workings to that degree. I don't want to put too much out there, but I know Kendrick's obligation to Top Dog ended with his last album, the Big Steppers album. He's currently got a new label where he signed Baby Keem called PG Lang, and I believe he's got his own distribution situation with PG Lang, but it might be through Interscope. So that might be why Drake puts that reference of in the scope, Interscope. But even the Drop and Give Me 50, like, I for anyone who doesn't know, Drop and Give Me 50 is just a reference to the fact that he's saying Kendrick's been basically legally extorted because everything he's done, Top Dog basically takes 50%. Supposedly. So, as much as that might be true, I don't know if he's currently still taking 50% off of Kendrick's music. I don't know if that's still going on perpetually or if that's just for what was put out. But end of the day, I think Kendrick can drop anytime he wants now. I think he's just almost like a free agent. He has his own independent deal or distribution situation, but I think he still has like a partnership with Interscope, if I'm not mistaken.
Well, is that under Interscope? So what was the aftermath for?
But Aftermath is just an umbrella company under Interscope. So it's almost like how they had like Cash Money, Young Money, or like how they had Def Jam South and Def Jam East and Def Jam, they had all those different like under labels. Like Rockefeller was under Def Jam and Murder, what's the Ja Rule and Irv Gotti? Murder Inc. Was under Def Jam. It was like that.
I figured that, but I didn't know if it was under Interscope or if it was under if they were on Aftermath or was on another label.
No, Aftermath has nothing to do with TV or PG Lang. Aftermath is just his own label. Dr. Dre just championed Kendrick because Dr. Dre's from Compton.
Of course.
And, Kendrick being from that
studio, when you... Oh, man.
Yeah, but Aftermath's just another label under Interscope. It's just another subsidiary of Interscope Records. But he's not on Aftermath. No.
I want to give a moment of silence for the greatest person to ever escape tackles.
Word.
And one of the most elusive characters. If you can find a more elusive person than Carmen Sandiego, you can't catch the white Bronco, man.
He was quick.
Let's give a moment of silence for O.J. Simpson, man.
Rest in peace, O.J.
Rest in
For
peace,
real.
O.J.
Rest in peace, O.J. Moment of silence. Hey, I mean, I don't know about you. He's the last man I ever known named Orenthal. I don't think that name. I think that name retires with him.
He retired. He retired. We can hang that up with him. Orenthal J. Simpson. I don't think the way he stepped, the way his walk was impeccable.
He had that
it was
Shannon Sharp walk. It must be nah, let me stop. Nah, Shannon Sharp, you walk a little funny. I ain't gonna laugh too hard. But yeah, rest in peace, OJ, man. For real, he died of cancer. Apparently, they said that he was surrounded by his family while he battled cancer. He was surrounded by his children and grandchildren, apparently, while he was on his deathbed. So, yeah, we lost a legend today, OJ.
That's not what I heard.
What you heard?
Oh, I heard he was on his deathbed and his last tweet was something along the lines of, I did it. Oh yeah, I did it. I don't know. That's what I heard. So I mean, we heard two conflicting stories. So maybe I gotta see what TMZ says.
Is it too early to touch on this?
I don't know. I mean, I feel like they would have fact checked that by now. So we'll be able to see.
I mean, can we be honest now?
Can we be honest though?
I mean, can we be honest? Like years later, we all like, yeah, OJ did that shit.
He had to.
I know he did. Ain't nobody running as guilty ain't nobody running as innocent, nigga.
And exactly.
Yeah.
He had us on that Bronco chase.
When you know you got helicopter 4 on your ass, talk about this nigga's on the run, like nigga, you know you seen yourself. Well, nah, back then. Today he would have seen himself on the news. Back then,
there wasn't no mobile
94
phones like that.
Yeah, the mid-90s is different.
Time. But I don't remember the story in its entirety. But I remember. It was a gruesome crime scene that they came across, and it was something along the lines of it was her and her mistress. I said her mistress. Who she was messing with, the lawyer, right, or whatever his name is.
Slider.
So
I don't know. It wasn't a mistress. It was actually. Is mistress? I don't know if mistress applies to men, but they were separated at the time. But apparently they were still fraternizing. I'm not sure how that works. But yeah, OJ and that situation, I don't know the details. None of us was there, luckily. So I can't tell you. But yeah, rest in peace, OJ. Definitely, I can't really say much, man. I mean, look, anybody that grew up watching Die Hard movies like myself, because I was too young to see him play football, I'll be honest. I knew OJ originally from watching the Die Hard movies with Leslie Nielsen back in the 90s, and those was funny as hell. OJ was this cop that was always getting hurt in the movie, and it was just damn. It's funny because he was such a likable character. It was damn, man, he was such a cheery guy. It was damn, how could you hate OJ? And then the mid-90s case happened.
Did you see his stats? His stats used to be ridiculous, bro. His football stats were ridiculous. So I mean, when I first heard about everything that happened to OJ, I'm talking about when I had a chance to look at it on the internet back in the day, and you search him, and besides the news clippings,
was when it first heard what happened to OJ, or was it when the internet came out?
All right, yeah, no, all right.
We gotta be honest.
I'm talking about when
I'm just gonna say this: our audience isn't dumb.
Okay, yeah,
we gotta
be
consistent.
All right.
I'm
gonna clarify what I'm talking about. When they stole his memorabilia and everything and all of that stuff, and I was really going back to fact check who this man really is, memorabilia wise. Why I'm thinking. I'm thinking about the case. That's all I knew him from a kid growing up is the case.
Mm-hmm.
And then, they saying they took his memorabilia. So I'm like, what memorabilia? And then I went back and looked at his stats and I'm like, yo, you know how many fantasy football players would love to have him on their team type shit?
I hear you.
He had stats.
I hear you. You smoke backwards? Yeah. Oh. Well, listen, man. Speaking of...
I'm a raw guy.
Oh, you know what? I know you used to go to those Diddy parties back in the day.
All right. That was last episode.
I'm joking. Nah. So look, speaking of smoke, I gotta talk about this update and rap beef for the week because it's a never-ending story out here. Apparently, this saga has taken another turn. That's right. We're talking about Big Glo.
Big Glo. For those of you who are living under a rock.
Listen, this thing has been budding for a while now. I mean, I don't know if y'all seen the back and forth spats between these two young ladies, but Glo Rilla and young JT. I don't know if you guys are familiar with JT from the City Girls. For anyone who's not familiar, but
is she still from the City Girls? Because I mean, like her and Karrueche don't. I don't know. Like I can't speak on girl beef. So, I don't know.
For now, I'm gonna stay. I mean, we'll touch Karrueche after this, but for now, I would still call her a City Girl. But I'll tell you why in a second. But for now, I would say, look, if anyone's aware, Glo Rilla and JT have been beefing for about 6 months now. Probably a little bit more than that. I'm probably off on the number. Don't quote me. But Glo Rilla and JT, apparently there was a little bit of a kerfuffle at the VMAs.
Oh! When you say a kerfuffle, you mean did somebody get touched?
Supposedly.
Allegedly.
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 Glo Rilla is basically she's accusing JT of getting slapped at the VMAs. I'm not sure what happened, but I don't know where this beef started. I don't know exactly who started with who first, but all I see is that recently JT tweeted, "Oh my God, you're a liar, bitch. You didn't touch me with shit." She said, "Fanned out ass bitch. You approached me sounding like an old beat up box Chevy. That's not right." Yeah. Glo Rilla also said, "I mentioned your name to clear the air. What you wanted me to say, I didn't slap you, but I hit you with a purse instead. Scary asshole." I don't think she's, I'm not sure exactly how accurate Glo Rilla's accusations are, but I don't know. I don't think of her as a liar, man. She doesn't give me that energy. I think Glo Rilla might have had a little bit of I don't know, man. She might have a little bit of that dog in her, man. I fuck with it.
Was that your best Glo Rilla impression when you read it? Because I swear, when you said mention yo, you sounded like you was from the heart of Memphis.
Oh, word?
Wait till you watch it back.
I don't know. They Memphis speak different. They don't be saying stuff like we
her. They always have that hard slang.
I was just reading it as she tweeted it, or X'd it. I don't even know what y'all call it nowadays. But yeah, I don't know. What's your take on this, man? What do you think about this beef between Glo Rilla and young JT?
I mean, like, Glo Rilla ain't scared. She ain't backing down at all. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Big Glo knows for a fact that JT's whole situation is rocky and shaky over there. So she not worried about her and her shenanigans. She mentioned what she had to mention on, I think it was on the album. That's why JT responded. And what she said, you want me to say I didn't slap you?
Yeah, JT.
What you want me to say? I hit you with a purse? Like, that doesn't make for good music.
So JT's accusing her of basically just bringing this back up now because of her recent album, which I heard is doing really well. I know her and Megan Thee Stallion, Glo Rilla and Megan Thee Stallion have a new record out that's, I believe, doing really good on the charts right now. I believe she's broken the Billboard at this point with that record again.
Yeah, I posted something earlier that said, "Yo, if I catch my girl doing the Megan challenge, I'm gonna do the Tory challenge." That's
You
crazy.
seen that? You seen the Megan challenge going around?
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Bro. Shit. I ain't gonna lie, man. Like, yo, Glo Rilla, she looking. I never looked at her like that before, but seeing her like.
It's because she doesn't over sexualize herself with her music.
Yeah.
She lets the music speak for itself. She lets the bars speak for themselves. She lets the image and the overall like, you know what I mean, like cadence of herself speak for itself. And I'm glad for that.
See her talking tough like this. She turning me on, mama.
You ain't never seen her holding guns and shit? Yo, she get it in, yo. Bro, the big Glo ain't nothing to joke about.
I heard she fucking with Damian Lillard. I don't know if you heard that rumor before.
I
fuck with Dame Dollars, man.
But hold on, I think it was a post. She was at one of the games and she posted and
All-Star game too. She was like, "Is this somebody's man? Can you mind now?" Something like that.
Like, I don't care.
She was claiming that nigga. She put it out there. She shooting her shot.
And basketball
I believe they fucking with each other. Like,
you know what I mean? So if you ain't scared to fight somebody basketball wise, you definitely can scrap.
About the City Girls shit. I know you were talking about the City Girls. Is she still a City Girl?
Yeah, she still. Because I mean, like you know, you said JT from the City Girls, and Karrueche has been very vocal on being like she's a solo artist. So I don't know if anything has changed within the last few weeks.
Well, I mean,
I might not be, I might not be on the updated iPhone yet. Maybe somebody got to put me on.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah. See, now that's a good point you bring up, because I mean, I know we've seen it in the past where like artists will break apart from the group to do their own solo acts. Like, we've seen Pharrell do his solo albums and still get back and do albums with Neptunes, even though I heard there's a little scuffle there. Not scuffle, sorry, pardon my words.
The kerfuffle? That's the
kerfuffle.
music in it?
I know I've seen like artists like, Pharrell break apart from Neptunes and do his own albums and get back with them, even though I heard that there's a little bit of strife in the group right now with Chad and all that. But aside from that, like, we've seen artists break away from the group to do their own solo acts. I think her and Karrueche, or Young Miami, they were doing their own solo thing for a while, but it seemed like it was getting a little spicy online with the two of them, but it looks like it calmed down. It looks like they apologized and made up, and they're talking again. So it looks like at first there was some rumors that there was a little bit of a beef between her and JT, Young Miami and JT, but recently, the latest in that saga, she recently tweeted, "I love you. I'm moving on," and then JT put, "I love you more. I actually love you the most." So it looks like they squashed whatever was bubbling this week, but they were going back and forth on Twitter.
Oh, that's what I remember. I remember it being real spicy.
It did get spicy.
Yeah.
There was JT was like, "You looking for a way out of your situation? Who was the first person you called when it all started? I'm sorry. That got messy. Even though they squashed it, it got messy for a second." JT definitely was bringing up the fact that Karrueche isn't as unbothered, it looks, as she's been appearing to be online, and it's a little bit of a magnifying glass into the reality of things, because we all know, like, for the social media and for the for the display, everybody likes to put on the act like nothing's wrong, but we all know, like, behind the scenes, that shit ain't as cool as it probably looks. You know what I'm saying? So JT and her were going back and forth, but looks like they squashed it. Unfortunately, that's not the only beef that got squashed this week. Unfortunately.
What other beef got squashed? Because now you got me scratching my head.
Oh, brother. Y'all heard enough about this shit all week, I'm pretty sure. Jermaine. Oh, Jermaine. We're going to continue, because we actually did put a little bit of a breadcrumb in the last podcast. If you didn't see that, go back and watch it. But, yeah, this is sad, man. I'm not going to lie. This nigga apologizing for his diss track on Kendrick is very moist. It's not something that I would have done if I was him, but I mean, that's why we're not J. Cole.
And then he's taking it off of the streaming services too. Yo, he didn't have to do anything. Yo, he didn't have to do anything in the situation. He could have dropped this song. He could have went on with the album with his release and everything, and been chill about it. Yeah. And if he would have not spoke on it, the fans would have carried it enough. He had enough energy and enough smoke behind it to carry that entire situation. Mm-hmm. And I feel like him saying something just like discredited the entire song. It's like, I don't know, man. I don't know. Like, I love First Person Shooter. The song is amazing, but I just, like, I can't, when I listen to it sometimes and he say certain lines, I mean, it don't sit with me the same as it did before this kerfuffle.
No. Yeah.
You got me using that word.
Yeah, I really do think that this, unfortunately, this kind of like debunks a lot of what we thought about J. Cole as far as him being one of the fierce predators in hip hop right now, somebody that's to be respected and feared. I don't think that feeling is the same anymore. J. Cole is a really, like I told you last time, he's very artistic. You know, he's a very artistic person, and I feel like, you know, Joe Budden said something.
I think your exact words were lyrical miracle.
It was, but he's very lyrical, and I think that's just, you know, some people aren't really meant for this type of forum. He's not really a battle-tested rapper, and unfortunately, you know, we didn't get to see a really good rap battle here. I think it was something that we didn't need. We didn't need him to, like, I mean, it's not like they were beefing like there was going to be a blood spilled or anything. It was just lyrics, but some people argue the fact that how often does it stay just, you know, without violence. Like, hip-hop does, unfortunately, take that turn, and I don't think J. Cole wanted any personal issues with Kendrick, but I also think it wasn't that deep. I feel like, you know, I think just for sport, competitive nature, like, you know, I feel like, you know, it could be competitive fun. I don't think it has to be a negative spin to it. And the way he was making it seem was like, you know, because of his, the way he feels about, you know, God and trying to be a better person. And it's like, that's a cop-out, bro. That's a cop-out, bro. Don't bring God. You didn't say nothing about this man that was that evil that you feel like you gotta go repent. Like,
I feel like more along the lines he's looking at it like, he's my friend. And this guy, and like, I really don't want this. And if he's looking at the bigger picture of the situation, you know, like being the greatest, it comes with defending your throne. But it also comes with that level of respect you get from your peers, and it might not seem like to the fans a crazy move to us, but to, you know, the structure of hip hop within those guys, they might have looked at it as a chess move, like, you know, Kendrick is J. Cole is basically throwing the alley-oop at Kendrick, like, fuck it, like, I know I can't fight this battle on my own. Drake, and I don't want to seem like I'm helping Drake.
Yeah.
Or
I'm gonna touch on that.
You know, so let me gracefully bow out of this situation because, you know, I answered at a time where I was upset about the situation. So that was it was a response, you know, in the instant out of anger. Now I had an opportunity to think about the bigger picture, and I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna bow out of this because I really know that shot wasn't meant for me. I caught a stray and I fired back, but that shot really wasn't for me.
Wholeheartedly agree.
Even though those lines were mainly the lines that Cole used, the lines that Kendrick used in like that.
And you can't. At the end of the day, like, Kendrick was jabbing at you too, bro. So like, let's not be naive here. Like, Kendrick was definitely, yes, he caught a stray, but it was a targeted stray. Mm-hmm. I can't even say it's a stray no more now. You know why I can't say it's a stray no more? Because it can't be a stray if it was targeted. And that's what makes it a big difference. You ever see a innocent bystander get shot? It's like, damn, he was in the wrong place at the wrong time. They weren't even aiming for that person. It was a stray bullet that hit him. But if you're targeting that nigga, because that was a bar. The bar itself, the bar itself is referencing the big three. And he didn't say, nah, it's not no big three, it's just two of us. Yeah, he said, fuck that big three, nigga. It's just big me. Yeah. At that point, now if I'm a part of the big three, then that's a fuck me. I gotta say that ain't a straight no more. You shot.
But at the same time,
and even if it's a straight nigga, you shot me, nigga.
Also, at the same time, I always, I'm always quoting and referencing memes. There was a meme that said, if I'm shooting at my enemy, I shouldn't have to watch out for my friends too. You know what I'm saying? So like if you associated with who I'm firing at, then you know what I mean? Like if you at the barbecue that I'm going to shoot up, then I mean like, hey, first person shooter.
Yo, that's crazy.
I mean like I'm just giving it from
you know what? I can't argue that. I can't argue that. You
I'm hoping you would.
You make a great point. Like, you're right. Because at the end of the day, you're not the person that I'm here to see today. But you happen to be here, and it's unfortunately. But you know what? What do you do now? You at the barbecue that I'm shooting up. You gonna sit there and get shot or shoot back?
You gonna shoot back if you got your shit on you. That's what J. Cole did.
J. Cole said, no, I'm going in the car. Listen, y'all, he pulled the Rodney King out. Can we all be friends? No, nigga. No. And you are not affiliated with New York no more.
Nobody want to hear that.
Yo, you are now no longer affiliated with New York. I'm denouncing J. Cole as a... we used to make him affiliated of New York. You're not affiliated with New York no more. You're not affiliated. You are North Carolinian, bro. That's not New York energy. If you was from New York... This would never fucking happen, bro.
Yeah.
Yo, shout out to Ibrahim and all y'all niggas too. You know what I'm saying? Cause we know what I'm saying behind the scenes. Listen, his Instagram is J Obama. Oh God. Nah, but real shit, like, you're not affiliated with New York. No, I can't even debunk. I can't even like renege on that. You are definitely not giving New York energy. I was actually proud for that fact, bro. I was actually proud because I'm like, yo, even though J. Cole's from North Carolina, he went to St. John's, nigga lived in Queens. This nigga is kind of like he's almost like an implant New Yorker. Like, we got a lot of people that ain't from New York that are New York now. You know what I'm saying? Like, New York is a melting pot of culture. You know what I'm saying? So it's a people from everywhere. And J. Cole kind of being like a stepbrother of New York rappers, it felt kind of special being included in the three big rappers that's out here right now.
And being first to respond. And being the first to respond when some shit hit the fan. Letting niggas know, like, yo, man, like, I'm
still on business. I was so proud of him in the moment. Like, it wasn't a hard shot, but I'm proud of you for having a backbone, though. Don't, fight back, nigga.
Fight back.
Yeah.
But he's like, yo, I know I can't fuck with these niggas, man. Like, yo, I'm gonna buy out because I know it's some smoke coming. I don't want to get caught in the middle of it. Like, cause I already know, like, this nigga is loading up the artillery.
Yes.
He done went back to France to get some shit. So I already know what the fuck. The UN ain't gonna save me. Let me get the fuck out of Dodge.
Listen, man, you did hit something on the head there, bro. I think that's big. I mean, we have a lot of speculations. There's speculations that have been flying all week long about why J. Cole did this. There's a lot of people that are like, it's a fluke. He's not really backing out. It's a trick. No, I don't think it's a trick. He meant that. Some people are saying it's because he didn't feel like his response was strong enough. I don't believe that. Some people are saying that they're because, he felt the pressure and he didn't want to take it further because that's really his friend and he didn't want to shoot at his friend. I don't even believe that. If we're familiar with Drake when it comes to this battle rap shit, this nigga doesn't do anything but do disrespect. So he gets very disrespectful. I think J. Cole backed out like you said, because he's like, nah, I don't want to be affiliated where this goes next. Because I think it's gonna go further. I think Drake and Kendrick are gonna take this further, and I think J. Cole was just like, you know what? I don't want to be here when it gets messy. I'm gonna back out now. This is where I stay. It was cool, but he probably heard that record, and I think Drake is about to get real disrespectful in this next one. So I think he probably backed out before he was affiliated. Now with Drake, he didn't want to make it like we picking sides here. I'm just responding to the stray that I got hit with.
That stray that got that winged him. He got hit by a pitch by fucking Randy Johnson. That wasn't a stray. He just kind of nipped me. You see the feathers coming out of his jacket?
Boy.
He just kind of nipped me right there.
Boy. And as we continue on, all right, so next on the list of rap beef we're going to talk about this week.
How much more rap beef do we got to go? Because I am a vegan now. I done told you that last episode.
I think they were waiting for like Lent to be over.
Oh, that transfer of energy is so real during Lent.
They were like, yeah, we done with Lent. We back on beef again. It's over.
Oh,
it was fasting. Chris Brown shooting that Quavo. You heard that shit?
I heard something like, you know what I mean, like it's in that it touched the airwaves, but nothing too crazy because I don't know. Every time Chris Brown raps, they don't really take him seriously.
They don't, but I think it's funny because it's the first time his rap actually got any attention, and it's because, of course, he's shooting at Quavo. He was talking about
he had another record that was alright. I think Meek was on it. It was Meek was on the chorus of that, and he was rapping on that shit. It was alright too. I remember getting some play.
Yo, how much is Meek paying you, bro?
He is.
How much? I just want to know. Look, like I said,
I'm not saying.
You go on the inside. I'm
just talking about him rapping.
Can I come to the parties with you? I just want to be on the outside. I'll wait outside.
Listen. This is purely coincidental. You mentioned Chris. I mentioned Chris Brown rapping. You mentioned how the song did good, and I thought about. I just remembered. All right.
You find a way to just champion Meek Mill at every second of the show.
Wiggle my way out of this one.
I love. Niggas need that loyalty in their camp, bro. Yo,
listen,
he said he don't got a publicist. I see your game. You are his publicist. I see the game.
I
see the game you play.
I really wish I was getting paid for something like this.
Yo,
I don't turn down pounds. That's all I ask. You got me at a disadvantage. Yo, you could be telling me anything. You give me a pound and I'm going to take it.
Nigga, you get that money first. Fuck with this.
Oh my God.
So Quavo, he getting shot by Chris Brown. But okay, so Chris Brown fired shots. He was saying, okay, now fucking my old bitches ain't gonna make us equal. Sipping that 1942, cause I don't do no Quavo reference really.
He was talking about he don't do no Jose Quavo.
He said he
don't drink.
He likes to mess with chicks that like Casamigos, not the Migos. Okay. This is
not like not too many friends like Casamigos, like the drink, like Terramana.
I feel you. So you gonna tell me? You gonna tell me he ain't shooting that Quavo right?
Oh no, he definitely shooting that.
That nigga shooting.
He's
Chris Brown. I think Chris Brown just saw this beef and was like, nah, I gotta get this off now too. Like he definitely. I'm not gonna lie, it wasn't. I mean, it's Chris Brown, man. What do you expect? Not the strongest lyrics he's gonna get in the world, but it's catchy. It was a catchy bar. I'm not gonna lie, the song didn't really resonate with me, but I'm an older man. What can I say? I'm in my late 30s. I'm not really someone who can say I'm gonna appreciate Chris Brown's bars in this point. But yeah.
I mean that bar, the bar was fire. The one that you just read. I mean, like it's a double entendre to play on words. I mean. That would have got a crowd reaction at a URL battle if he brought it in the right way. So I give him that.
Chris Brown, you can see Loaded Lux right here.
What? Chris Brown battling one of them niggas? Fuck no! Like you gotta understand, an experienced battler or smoke somebody up there.
Loaded Lux versus Chris Brown. Who got that?
What you mean? It's not too many people that could beat Lux. on the main stage.
Yo,
with people in the room.
I heard with Daylight, that Daylight verse on Cole album now. I want to see that Daylight Lux though. Daylight versus Lux would have been. I don't know if Lux can see Daylight today.
I mean, yo, you want to know what?
And this is right.
This is where you know.
And
like,
I fuck with Lux. Lux, the funeral, that whole. Well, come on, you're a legend, but still,
I really feel like Lux would still smoke Daylight. Daylight, they're two different styles, and if depending on the approach Lux takes to the battle, if he takes, because he has many different genres of characters he could use to battle, but if he does funeral Lux, it's over, because he'll pick apart this man's style and destroy him. That's what he does. Like, oh my god,
calculated tactician.
It'll be all first verse.
Yo, that man,
all first verse.
That man single-handedly gave birth to the word beloved. Like, if you Google beloved I guarantee you Lux's face will pop up somewhere in the search results. Guarantee. Exactly. Let me cook. Let me finish cooking. Like, no, Lex.
The fastest way to Harlem.
Yeah, I personally, but back to this Quavo and Chris Brown, because that's exactly how exciting this was. We really cared more about Lux with Daylight. Listen, Chris Brown, I don't really care about this verse that much. Chris Brown, you know what? At the end of the day, you're an artist, so I respect you taking it the classy route and just putting it in the music. You did what you were supposed to do. I respect that. Quavo, I'm actually more happy for you right now. And the reason I say this is because I know since the passing of Takeoff, I don't think that we've seen Quavo come out in a real strong way. And I think it's because I don't think he's the same after the loss that he experienced. That was a very tragic experience. I mean, it's not just the loss, he witnessed it. It's a lot deeper than just loss. You know, it's a lot of trauma that man experienced. And I'm pretty sure, I mean, that was only but so long ago. It's not that long ago. You know what I'm saying? So I know it takes time to get over and heal from something of that magnitude. And even with the whole drama with the Houston people, I seen that get quiet. I'm going to leave that there. That's everything understood don't got to be discussed.
I didn't even see that on the I swear. Like, I'm looking.
Stop! No, you have to do that! No, we could have moved on! You have to do that!
I didn't even see that come up in the cue cards. I'm not. I love reading from the cards, but
Stop! No.
We need a new teleprompter.
I hate you so fucking much. We could have easily just went away. You had it. It's my fault. I can't even blame you. It's my fault. I blame myself. I digress. I'm happy for Quavo for this because I think he needed something to motivate him to come back in a strong way, and he's going to do that. And I'm proud of him. I don't think he's going to take the cold route. I believe he's going to answer this back very, very soon, actually. I don't think he's going to wait long. But I'm happy for Quavo for this. And I think Chris Brown, you actually just did that man a favor. So, no congratulations, you played yourselves here, because I'm not going to call the winner on this. Chris Brown is a very talented artist, and it would be very wise not to sleep on him.
Yeah, because what he gonna do if Quavo come back with some fire and then Chris Brown say, "Fuck it, let's have a dance battle." Nigga, you lost.
You already know. Listen, you see him body.
You don't want none of that smoke, bro. You can't do nothing with this nigga, man. Just let it go.
You see him body Drake. Drake was getting bodied by a singing nigga. You seen that? Like, Drake got bodied by, Chris Brown at that dance off. You seen that shit? Nah, I definitely don't. I can't wait to see how this goes, though. Honestly, I'm actually looking forward to seeing how this brews up. This is gonna get interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
A few moments later.
Yo, Sai the Rapper here, and this is how I created the viral AI Kendrick Lamar diss track.
Utter my name 3 times in front of your mirror. You hesitate to proceed after you reconsider. Lights flickered, the energy in the room shifted. Scared to open your eyes, cause you feeling the ghost of Kendrick.
Now first you gotta get a beat that sound like chaos and the world is ending. So this is a beat that I cooked up. You gotta write some lyrics and spit them the way that K-Dot would write them and spit them. Utter my name 3 times in front of your mirror. You hesitate to proceed after you reconsider. I know Kendrick Lamar likes to emphasize his T's. Party. He can party. So we got to incorporate that. Grab your Glocks when you see K Dot. See that hard T I was telling y'all about? Dot. Most people just say dot. He dot. Last but not least, I got to put my beat tag on it. Now let's listen to how the finish result sound.
Grab your Glocks when you see K Dot.
In other news, it looks like your boy Quavo did respond after all. We were about to shut down, by the way, y'all. We were shutting the podcast down for the night, and we just had to put an update in here. Apparently, Quavo did respond. We got an answer quicker than I thought.
You did a bitch wrong and now the bitch gone. She post with a thug. Caught a bitch phone, she won't come home. Don't beat her up. It must be the drugs. Need to cross out the plug.
This nigga Quavo said, "Don't beat her up." It must be the drugs.
Now you see. You just got dissed on a fucking Migos song.
Yo, and this shit got a little
It's
bit of a
too
bop
good.
to it too. It still got a little bop to it.
How you get dissed on a Migo record?
So it looked like Quavo answered. Wow, that happened quickly. Yo, we can't pod fast enough for these niggas, man.
Yeah, I mean, I don't
y'all niggas is
understand,
doing
man.
too much. We can't keep
I was
up.
supposed to go home an hour ago, and it's just like they keep bringing out. They're dropping more things than we have enough space on memory cards to make content for.
Yo.
Like they really need to cool it down.
They gotta chill.
Just
They
please
gotta
let
relax.
it simmer
My heart. I seen this
I'm
guy.
begging you.
My heart goes out to all the podcasters. I seen this kid online saying, "Yo, we're the real victims. Like all the content creators, because we can't even come out with a rollout plan. Every time we try to release an episode, there's another release.
There's something else
Like
going
if
on.
it ain't Ross dropping a fucking diss record, it's Drake or somebody else. It's just too much going on. So Quavo has a diss record now called basically Tender about Chris Brown, answering his previous diss that we just discussed, and it sounds pretty good. And like I told you, like I'm excited for Quavo to really get in his bag. I feel like he needs motivation, and he's got it. He's in here.
Like when you getting dissed on a Migo record, it sound good, and the ad libs, like you turn it off, and you might just turn it back on because it's like, damn, he talking about me. Wait, hold on.
She won't come home. Don't beat her up.
He said she won't come home. Don't beat her up. Don't beat her up. The ad lib, nigga.
How you get beat by ad libs? Yeah,
Scoop, scoop. Slap, slap. Hey, how you gonna let that nigga ad lib bar you?
DV. That's fucked up.
Domestic violence. Like, how you let the nigga ad lib you to that, bro? Like niggas is ad libbing bars. Like
That
niggas,
means the engineer and the fucking oh gosh, the producer was standing out there like, wait, you want singles or you want to double that? Don't beat her up. Don't beat her up.
The strippers gonna be in the strip club twerking to your diss record, nigga.
I don't know, bro.
Yo,
He cooked them too.
he did.
I mean, like, listen. I give Chris Brown credit for even stepping in and rapping with niggas because this is not his lane.
It's not.
I give him that. But it's like, you know, you could beat Quavo if Quavo was just rapping at you, but Quavo made it a whole record, man. Like, that's a different animal. That's a different sandwich.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to Quavo. Shout out to Chris Brown. Hopefully it doesn't go past music.
Yeah. I hope not either. I hope it stays where it's at. I think this is the perfect place for it. Let's keep it creative. And that's what I love about this space that we're in right now. Everybody's just jumping in their creative bag. It ain't about trying to shoot nobody or stab nobody. It ain't none of that. Let's keep it hip-hop, and I love that. I would love for it to stay here. And I'm happy we getting blessed with all this dope music, man. Let's keep it coming, man. I'm a fan of hip-hop, man. Like, I don't no nerd shit. I love this shit, bro. I love that we here. I love that we really getting hit with all these niggas. Like, come on, y'all was coasting for so long. Y'all niggas is rich as fuck, and y'all barely putting any effort into y'all shit no more. Niggas got comfortable out here. Yeah. I think Kendrick had to shake shit up. Honestly, I'm not even gonna lie. I am so happy niggas had to shake shit up for a minute. Make this shit fun, man. I ain't mad at it. I love it. But Ross, sit your ass down.
And also, like we said before, please just, maybe, I don't know, give us a countdown.
Yeah, give us some time.
Give us a warning, you know what I'm
exhausted.
saying?
Our editors are tired.
Yeah,
our editors are tired.
Let it just, I don't know, something just to slow it down, just a scotch. Because we need to edit this shit.
Come on, it's Drake's fault. He hit us with that waiting for 4 days, nigga, where y'all at?
Yeah, and I'm like, so now I'm like,
give us a week
I'm waiting. I'm always waiting. Now I'm at the fucking edge of my seat every time somebody says something about somebody.
Yo, content creators,
they don't answer fast enough.
They wake it up in cold sweat, like, please don't put out nothing today.
Bro, I cannot job. I hate checking my phone for a minute.
John Morant might put out the next diss record. I know he was featured in that Drake.
Yeah, he was featured too. Yeah. Shout out to my hooper that be busting out the gritty.
Oh, God.
Jeez.
As many officers down here as possible now.
According to Philadelphia police, at least 30 shots were fired between two groups around 2:30 Wednesday afternoon. Police believe that gunfire struck two people. A 15-year-old boy would fire between two groups around 2.
As down here as possible now.
Okay.
It's not funny. I'm not like. All right. Can we be serious for a change? Like, I don't know.
Crying?
I don't know.
Please intro this.
I'm trying. Oh gosh. Oh man. I got tears too, man. I swear I got tears.
Oh man.
Oh man. It's one of those.
Alright. Alrighty.
Yo, I just. I don't know. Listen.
All right.
It's always an internal war with New York. You know, when the way we talk about the other boroughs and things like that. And Staten Island.
Yeah.
But
and Staten Island.
and Staten Island. Whenever I think we can all collectively come to an agreement when we say that Philly is by far the dirtiest borough. Yeah. They have us beat every time.
They're honorable mention for sure.
They had a Eid event after the Ramadan, where if you don't know, that's like most of the people that go out there in full Muslim robe and gown and they're praying to Allah, and there was a shooting at an event, and it's it was like the only place it could happen is in Philly, and I don't understand why. Something I'm not. It's the news clipping. This news. I'm sorry. Just play the clip. Just play the I don't know, that lady screaming in the beginning. It gets me every time I'm thinking about this damn clip, yo. I just play the clip.
What's wrong? Wait, what's so funny? Like, I just don't get it. You was upset before. You was upset before.
I was upset.
Because you was like, yo, this is disgraceful. How could they shoot up?
How the fuck, I can't even, I don't even know, man. Like, I'm trying to, like, how could they?
It's disgusting.
It is. It's deplorable.
I'll be honest with you. You know, it's not okay. You know, and I'm sorry if anyone's thinking we're being insensitive or not.
Oh, no.
It's an
It
inside
had
joke.
nothing to do.
I just want to make sure we put that disclaimer out there. I know we love her in tears. It's because setting up this segment, we were laughing at a previous segment.
That's the last place you expect gunfire to erupt. And then you got to also remember it's in Philly. So that's like the first place you got to expect gunfire to erupt. And it's sad to say that for that type of festival.
Yeah. I don't want to be like, oh gosh, I don't want to be like a pessimist, but unfortunately, maybe I have PTSD. I don't want to be numb to this because it's unfortunate that it's happening, but I'm not shocked. I've seen this. We've seen this before.
I can call 100 Muslims from New York City, and that would never happen.
No, not in that way, but I mean, I've seen like situations where, like, for instance, like we've seen in Chicago funerals getting shot up. You know what I'm saying? LA, like there's funerals that have been shot up at religious houses. I'm not being insensitive to the Muslim community. It's unfortunate what happened, but I'm just saying I'm desensitized, unfortunately, and I'm not proud of it. I'm saying it in a real honest way because it's like you can't tell me I haven't seen something like this before, I guess. You know what I mean? And I'm sad that this happened, unfortunately.
Yeah, and Christian churches and like Catholic, like maybe like in all of these different Pentecostals, and yes, but like in the Muslim community, I feel like they have been very sacred and like upheld a specific, you know, like they upheld a image that was definitely tarnished.
Protecting you.
Yeah, you know, like that definitely tarnished in Philly. The way you would, you know, you look at how you look at the Muslim community, and they'll get posterized as gangs and as as a bad group, as opposed to, you know, just a few bad people. And then when you see the ages that are involved in the situation, you're looking at it like like they don't represent that community.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. As far as the safety part goes, I mean, tell that to Malcolm X. I mean, so we can put it here or there. It's unfortunate, you know what I'm saying? But there's a clip about it. I'm gonna watch this clip. We're gonna cue the clip up and watch it together. Cause I guess I just want to see more of what happened here. Like, so it was a group of teenagers that got in a fight or something. Like, they got in a, were they shooting out? Was it more than one group of people?
I fell 3 times and I twisted my ankle.
Get as many officers down here as possible now.
According to
She said, get as many out here now. No. Shit was going down.
Philadelphia police, at least 30 shots were fired between two groups around 2:30 Wednesday afternoon. Police believe that gunfire struck 2 people. A 15-year-old boy was shot in the hand, and 22-year-old Nashad Richards was shot in the stomach. His father spoke to us this morning.
I forgive them because I want Allah to forgive me for everything I ever did in my lifetime.
Amid the gunfire, one of the officers shot an armed 15-year-old suspect in his shoulder and leg. Sources tell Action News that the teen was armed with a rifle. However, it's still unknown if the weapon was fired. In the chaos, a teen girl running for cover was struck by a police vehicle and broke her leg.
Oh, good. How fast is that cop going?
Oh, no, they break the leg.
Yo, son.
Sweep the leg.
Wait, why they mention the cop hitting the girl like this was a part of the shooting? Like, nigga, that cop needs to be...
like, hold the fuck up. Hold up.
Wait, yo, first of all, what did the cop say when he went back to work? Like, wait, let me explain.
So she was coming.
She hit the car.
So I'm coming down. I'm right by Gino's, and I make the left.
Shit. What? Yo, nah, that's fucked up. Nah, the cop need to be fired, nigga. How you hit an innocent victim in the middle of answering it? Oh, man.
again, we have young people engaging in gunfire.
She said, we need y'all down here now. Nigga, whoever made that call, she was like, these little niggas is out here shooting. Please don't take this as a joke.
And again, police just announcing that they have charged a 21-year-old with firearms violations and also...
Yeah, that's crazy, bro. Listen, we're not laughing at the victims. Please don't misunderstand this. We're laughing at the unfortunate events around the situation. The cop definitely didn't need to hit the girl.
He definitely needs to be on desk duty until they figure out why he was going that fast.
Nigga came out the car, took his glasses off. Like, I didn't even...
God damn.
I swear I didn't see it. I didn't see anything. Oh, man. But no, that's fucked up. Honestly, yeah. So I'm sorry. Again, sorry for the victims out there. And again, I don't want to be desensitive to this. This is a serious matter. You know, these events are supposed to bring people together. Mm-hmm. Unfortunately, listen, man. I will be responsible in the moment for young people out there. I can't stress how much it's important for them to have mentors and have some OGs or someone that's responsible in their lives that can help guide them, because this is a scary thing, man. Like, when, again, as desensitized, unfortunately, as I am to this, because, again, we, in these black communities across America, it's Chicago, Philly, New York, this is LA. It's unfortunately not the first of these kind of events, but it's still not needed. You know what I'm saying? If you can't put it aside for even a day of religion, what the fuck? How bad is this beef? What are y'all really beefing over? You know, like, how serious is it? I mean, it's crazy. You know what I'm saying? That you gotta kill somebody that bad that you're gonna interrupt a day of prayer like that. It's crazy. That's crazy.
And celebration. It's not even just prayer, because it's like that's what's going on throughout the entire Ramadan. That's the one day they get the first day after all of that, after all of that, and fine. You know what I mean? It's just like, damn.
That shit's crazy, bro. Not cool. Not cool at all. Yeah. Shout out to any of the victims. Peace to your families out there. Yeah, man. I don't even know what to say. How do you prevent? Like, let me ask you a question. How do you prevent this, or like stop this from happening?
But there's no prevention or stopping this. I feel like this is an isolated incident. Like, Philly is its own GTA server.
But take away the religion part, right? Take away the state lines and just assess the situation itself. Like, there's young kids shooting up gatherings like this. How do you prevent this from in any way from happening? Like, I mean, I don't want to say it like we're disrespecting the religious part of it, but just, I don't think that really separates it. I think this is just another heinous crime. Unfortunately, it's not a hate crime, because I'm pretty sure these kids that got into the shooting were living amongst each other in these cities. I don't think these were strangers. They knew each other. You know.
Oh, listen. That's why I say, you may be looking at it. You're looking at it in the general aspect, and I'm looking at it as, like I said, that wouldn't happen in New York City, no matter how many people and who didn't see who from living in the same neighborhood in New York City, in the Bronx. You know what I'm saying?
It can't happen?
Yeah, I'm saying it wouldn't happen out here. The OGs are well respected in the Muslim community, and I feel like they are well respected in Philly as well. And like I said, that is more of an isolated incident than something that you won't hear about something like that happening for another 100 years. That event and a shooting in the same headline, absolutely not.
Well, it's unfortunate.
Sorry about that.
Sorry about that. I'm sorry for anyone who might have taken any sensitivity. Again, just know we're here to make sure that these people are spoken for. So we're not against you. We are allies. Just making sure we put that out there. His socials are jail. Let me stop. There was I guess while we're speaking about New York, you want to bring up the recent DJ that passed away.
Oh yeah, man. Rest in peace to Mr. C.
Mm-hmm.
And it's crazy too.
Rest in peace, Mr. C.
Yeah, man, it's crazy because you know, a lot of people. I see a lot of people posting them and stuff like that, and I'm like, this is some of the same people who are either, you know, posted or laughed about, you know, the allegations and stuff he had surrounding him. So it's always like a, you know, like it's a mix of emotions, and I always call out things like that, and I can't help but call that out too. Like, man, I don't understand it.
I won't highlight. I mean, I hear what you're saying. It's very insincere, but you know what? I'm as I'm getting older, and maybe I'm not even saying this. Let me know if I sound crazy, but I'm really trying to like not generalize this human experience that we have here anymore. Because I feel like, you know, why can't it be both? You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like in the moment when it happened, let's be honest. I mean, rest in peace, Mr. C. But if it was anybody, it would have been funny the same way. If it was any DJ, it would have been just as funny.
Listen, I laughed and I posted. You know, I posted.
And I'm not saying that to be insensitive. I'm being real.
Yeah.
We're being blunt here, right? If it was any DJ, if it was DJ Khaled, if it was DJ Enough, if it was like DJ, you know, let's say
Envy,
sheesh, or DJ Clue, you know, if it was any of these DJs, you know, we probably would have laughed just the same. So it's like, you know, I don't think these people empathizing with the loss of a legend is deregulated because of the fact that it was funny to them. You know, maybe it was insensitive. Some people might have been rougher around it. I think it did ostracize him. I'll be honest. If we while we on the topic, let's just go there, right?
Why do we?
I feel like his career wasn't the same after that. I think he did get blackballed. I don't think a lot of the hip hop outlets gave him the spotlight. I mean, Atlanta should have at least given him a job. I mean, no, all right, I'm not being too early.
Why do we always end up coming back? Yeah, like we'll always end up back at the same fork in the road. Like, we need somebody to be able to interject and give their input sometimes when we on these topics, man. Because I swear,
you want to handle the search for that?
Yeah, I like how you did that. Yeah, I like how you did that. I'm gonna see if I can have my. I see if I have my girl look into something. My girl, she might know.
She might know somebody.
People. Yeah, she's friends.
Might need a correspondent on the show. Hey, listen, man.
Community, so.
We're friends of that community.
I asked wifey.
No problem with that.
I asked wifey.
I would love to have like a correspondent that like can freely talk about these conversations.
Yeah, because I mean, like that's a gray area.
As a straight man, when you talk about these conversations, you automatically get kind of like put in the box where you can't say much because you don't want to offend the community, but you want to address the conversation of it. Mm-hmm. And it's not always offensive, but some people are gonna find offense because. Somebody's going to find offense in everything. You know what I'm saying? And it does create a box around certain conversations. So I definitely, I understand. That's why a lot of podcasts have women on it. That's why a lot of podcasts have opened up to, like, say, hey, you know what? Maybe these conversations can be a lot more easier had if you feel like someone represents you in there. And I'm open to that. I ain't mad at that.
Sometimes. You know what I mean? Like, just somebody that... say the things that I you know, like I maybe I would want to say, but I can't. I know I can't because I would be.
Yeah.
And you would be. So, yeah. But.
What did Charles Barkley say? I wouldn't buy my wife a watch. There's a clock on the stove, right?
There's a clock on the stove. That's funny. I like that.
Nah, so ultimately, you know, yeah, Mr. C, he got ostracized a lot in this industry. While we were in a conversation, there was a lot of labels and a lot of networks that didn't give him the chances that he once saw when he was, you know, before all these allegations. Well, can't say allegations, these things, here nor there. Before the events that happened legally in his life, But I digress. You know what? I'm not going to let that cloud the conversation we're having now. Shout out to Mr. C, legendary DJ.
The finisher.
Yeah, man. Shout out to Mr. C. Rest in peace.
Yeah, I mean, you know, at least they did. Yeah. I mean, like,
I think it's funny that he passed away during. All right.
No, I mean, let's just say, you know, he avoided that this new era of, because that no Diddy thing would have been, you know, like they would have.
Man, he would have had.
He would have had a hard way to go right about now.
Rough time out there.
Yeah, he better stay. He would have had to really be there. Yeah.
I mean, what if he was in those? I mean, he was around for Biggie. I'm not going there. Brooklyn's not going to have my head on the stick. Don't leave others alone. Next conversation. I'm not doing that. I ain't going to have myself out here again.
In other news.
Back that up.
In other news.
What Big said? You look so good. That's a wild line.
That was the craziest line ever in history.
To see who I looked at him like, yeah, that's that shit right there.
That's that, yo.
That nigga spitting.
That motherfucker spit. He don't miss. Motherfucker don't miss. Oh, man. Got a little Charlie horse right there. That's what I get. Mr. C fucking my leg.
Oh, shit. That boy is good. Good and terrible.
Damn, that boy good.
Ooh, my leg is on fire right now, I swear.
He is on the Charlie horse.
I got a real Charlie horse. Oh, man.
Shit. Yo, this nigga really getting injured for the love of the pod, yo. Yeah. Blood, sweat, and tears in this. I love this shit.
I'm gonna do the rest of this pod.
Yo, you need to go stretch.
But it's just the irony.
I know why you excited.
That's not why I'm excited.
I get yo. You tried to intro my subject. I know why. Listen, WrestleMania 40 kicked off. I gotta say this. I'm actually proud of Meek Mill. You know what? Looking at the intro for WrestleMania, Meek Mill was the one who kicked it off this year. And it's something that is symbolic of that. Like, you know what? No matter how much people do try to tear down Meek Mill, I'm happy that the city really fucks with him. I'm happy that the city of Philadelphia... I know the city of Philadelphia is happy to let him represent automatically, hands down, right? So, WrestleMania, it's like the Super Bowl of wrestling. They brought it to Philadelphia this year, and Meek Mill introed it. And I know you can't wait to talk about this. My boy's on the edge of his seat. I see him.
I'm not.
I see you, my boy.
I'm gonna let you rock. All right, go ahead. I didn't even watch. Didn't even watch. Just the
Any Meek Mill slander will not be happening when the show as well as Jay Obama's around. You hear me? So listen. Nah, I was excited to watch WrestleMania. You didn't. I know you don't watch wrestling. Did you have?
Yeah, I do watch wrestling.
You watch wrestling?
I love wrestling.
Get the heck out of here.
I do. I love
learned something new about you today.
I mean, like this is what I said. Like, I go way back with wrestling, but you know, having Meek Mill represent Philly and like the people for the opening of WrestleMania was like major. That's big. Coming from the streets, coming from where somebody come from.
Yeah, that
could be any one of us. Like doing something that major is like, damn.
Yeah. If you can't get with that, your whole perspective is whack. You can't be a hater all your life. Okay, like respect is respect, dude. I'm happy that was a good look for Meek, and it's also a good look for the WWE. It helps them look a little bit more in tune with the culture. I feel like, you know, one thing I was happy to see, you know, speaking on that, like, the way that the WWE was able to incorporate more of our culture in wrestling. I feel like in the past, wrestling has kind of sometimes they hit the mark, but a lot of times they miss the mark when it comes to like marketing like black wrestlers. And I feel like at this point, it's a generation of wrestlers that doesn't look corny. It looks like whoever's behind development and whoever's behind the scenes in WWE right now, they're doing a good job at the way that they're pushing some of their black wrestlers, especially some of their female black wrestlers. I was really amazed at the match that they had with Bianca Belair, Jade Cargill, and Naomi. I know they defeated Damage Control
which is
on Saturday.
Running amok. And yo, you want to know what? Like, one of the major parts of wrestling that people tend to turn a blind eye to is what the people do on the mic.
Yeah.
And if you can't control the crowd, well, and hold and cut a slick promo, then then your career is gonna fizzle out. It's gonna be lackluster. And those girls, they can cut some promos where it make it like, damn, I really want to see this fight. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's about to go down. So they definitely hands down, like, they cut better promos than the guys. And this is like the same thing with music. You end up singing the women's catchier tunes more than the guys' tunes when you doing something like cleaning up or something.
That's a fact. Yo, I can't lie. I mean, I tell you this all the time behind the scenes, but I'm not ashamed to say it. Like, one of the hardest female bars I've heard in like the last 5 years was when Cardi said, "I stay on that bitch mind. I got condos in that bitch head. I stay on her mind. I got condos in her." What? I stay on her mind. I got condos in that bitch head. It's crazy, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if you was, and somebody like, yo, I'll be on this nigga mind. I got condos in the, like, nigga, that's some disrespectful shit.
Like real estate. That's real estate, though.
Real estate.
That's not like, I got a house there, and, driveway.
It's the fact that she said condos. Like, if she was so specific about it, like, bitch, I know the address. I get mail there all the time.
I get mail.
Bitch, I know I live in your head, bitch.
That's my P.O. box.
I come in there all the time and use the bathroom. Nah. But yeah, I mean, when it comes to mic control, again, one of the best that ever did it, man. The Rock, we seen the way that WWE was able to really steer the ship during a lot of negative media that was going on around, should we have to have a list of the unnamables at this point. Yeah. Vince McMahon, is he on that list?
No, I mean, like,
can we mention him?
Yeah, we can mention
it's like
him.
We can, but it's almost like they're not. So should we? It's like it seems like they're trying to erase him from history. We should just add him to the list of unnamables.
How can you erase the reason why we watch wrestling today?
Man, they erased the shit out of him, and they did a great job at trying to erase McMahon off of the. You can't really erase it. It's a part of his legacy, but. Nonetheless, we saw, The Rock come out there, and, we saw Roman Reigns lose to Cody Rhodes. What you think about that? Cody finally got to complete his story.
Fuck his story.
I know, right?
It's
so predictable.
No, you really think it was predictable? I thought they was going to have Roman close it out, man. I seen Roman closing it out. Hoo-ah! Superman punch.
Really?
Yeah,
I thought so
man.
too.
I thought it was going down, man. Like that. I thought that was his story, his dream, getting crushed right there. And and to the ring announcer, Samantha, crying over the whole situation.
Mm-hmm.
It's like she made the whole story about her.
Yeah, what was that about?
I don't know. They said she does. I don't know. They say she's a Cody crybaby. They say she's she does that for everybody. They say, It's a million. I wrote it on WWE's comments, and I got about 200 replies, and nobody gave me the same response. So I don't know what it is. I don't know. And the only reason The Rock and John Cena and these guys, I feel, are back even on the main stage, coming up to be able to be back, is because of that writer's strike. If Hollywood was still in full swing, we wouldn't be getting these epic matches and cut promos that we're getting right now.
Nah, that's a fact. That's a fact. I definitely feel like, that's why we've seen people like John Cena and The Rock return. But The Rock actually he has the equity in the company now, man. That's a big deal. And he he got the rights to his name. Like, that's a big deal for when it comes to merchandising, and just like that's huge. Respectfully, like, it seems like The Rock, he really
came full circle.
He did, man, from a wrestler to where he's at now. Even seeing Triple H, like,
Rock says
it's impressive to see how they transition. But that's kind of like a rite of passage. A lot of the executives in wrestling happen to be old wrestlers, like Pat Patterson and a lot of these older guys used to wrestle back in the day, and they became like executives, and now they run the show. Even back in WCW, not to get old and nerd out on y'all, but like a lot of the executives that you saw, like Gorilla Monsoon, like, these guys all used to be wrestlers, and they became executives.
That's why they call that position the gorilla position.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, I'm not gonna lie. Looking at the last match though was funny as hell, because when The Rock came out, and then the Undertaker came out. When John Cena came out, and then The Rock came out, and then the Undertaker came out. It reminded me of that 50 Cent skit. You ever heard that Madison Square Garden skit?
50 Cent is coming out. Jay-Z's Jay-Z trying to block him. Oh, and an elbow by 50. Holy shit. A clothesline by Jay. Oh, it's getting a little rough out there, man. This is crazy. Wait, who's that? That's P. Diddy. Oh, shit, it's Puff Daddy. Holy shit, Dick. Get ready for this. All right, it's 50 Cent, Jay-Z, and Puff all on one stage. Wait, who's that? Oh, man, it's Kanye. Whoop-de-doo. Anyways, and now, oh, man, here comes Slick Beats. And here comes, it's Hulk Hogan with a chair. And there's Macho Man. This is fucking pandemonium, Dick.
And it's the Macho Man. And Hulk Hogan, oh my God. And it was like, everybody, it was like T.I. and T-Pain. And it was a whole skit. Watching that felt like the reincarnation of that 50 Cent skit in a weird way. If anyone knows the skit, you know exactly what I'm talking about. But, yeah, man. Very, very, it was cool watching WrestleMania. It was not bad.
I was always saying Cody got the luck of the draw because his father was like the official first black pro wrestler. Yeah, Dusty Rhodes, yo, man.
Was he black?
No, he wasn't black. But his energy, his aura, what he gave to the business of wrestling.
Yeah.
It was like...
It was very black.
It was very... He had so much rhythm, so much passion and charisma when he talked. He told Flair, man, come on out here, bring that old cashmere coat out here. I don't know nobody that can make it. I don't know nobody that can
sounded like somebody southern, like
yeah.
Close your eyes and listen to Dusty Rhodes. It's like an old fat black woman.
She making cornbread and collard greens while she trying to tell you or something, the story about what happened down at the store. Hell yeah, that motherfucker there. That's some country shit right there. And I'm telling you, like, I don't know, like I said, like his aura, it just always gave me like look at this nigga. Look at this nigga.
Yo, well,
they letting you drink out the whites only fountain, ain't they? Look at this nigga.
Yeah. Yes. Oh my gosh. All the lights.
Enough. All right. I want to thank everybody for tuning in with us this week. It's been a great show. Once again, I'm Jay Obama and my host, Alan A.B. I want to thank y'all for hanging out with us, man. Thank y'all for laughing with us and debating with us. Tune in next week.
For real, man. Nah, for real. Thank y'all. Anyone who actually made it to this point in the video, we really fuck with y'all. Appreciate y'all for actually, sticking through this with us. You know what I'm saying? We're going to have to come up with a name for our cronies. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Y'all part of our gang now. You know what I'm saying? We're going to have a secret handshake and all that. But
yeah, we're going to work out the handshake. We definitely fuck with
no
the peanut
Rico.
gallery.
We're just joking for that. No Rico.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. We're going to do that. Our handshake will be lame.
Allegedly.
Did you see what you saw just now? You don't know.
This has been Just Advice, and we try to make you be a better man than your mother was, man.
What he said. Thank you for tuning in, and please do us a favor. When you guys get a chance, it's not hard. Just hit the button, hit like, subscribe. You know the whole routine. You get it, follow, and just make sure that you tell someone that you saw this today. If you want to go ahead and tune in and see some of the behind the scenes shit. Because sometimes before we film, we be doing a little turn up in the studio before recordings. And I know when the summertime comes, it's going to be a little different over here. This house gets a little different in the summertime. The studio, Spotify Studios where we at today, it gets a little different in the summer. So I would definitely make sure you follow Jay Obama at his socials. It's at Jay Obama.
JAYOBOMMA.
That's right. And you can follow me on Instagram at ALLAN_AB_. Don't forget to follow the page for Just Advice. That's the number 4, Just Advice, if you're on Instagram. And I appreciate y'all. Peace. Next time.